Hello folks. In this lecture we are going to talk about settings.xml. Let's try to understand why do we use settings.xml. I just searched for settings.xml in Maven. If I open the first link, if you see the definition of settings.xml, the settings.xml file contains elements used to define values which configure Maven executes in various ways, like the pom.xml, but it should not be bundled to any specific project or distributed to any audience, which means that usually pom.xml is associated with a specific project, right? And that pom.xml, if you use for some other project, it may or may not work. But settings.xml is kind of a global configuration. Assume that there are some common values you need to provide across your environment, then you can update in the settings.xml. And this file we can able to configure in two locations, that is Maven install. So where we have installed Maven, within that there is a file called config. Under that we can specify the settings.xml. Let me show you this location. Alright, so this is our Maven server. I just renamed hostname as a Maven, so it is easy for us to identify because we are going to use Tomcat in next lecture. That's the reason I have used Maven as a hostname over here. And if I go to /opt Apache Maven, so here we have a conf and we have a settings.xml file. Okay, this is one location. And if I open this one, I think most of the default values are displayed over here. So a lot of content is commented over here. This is one location, and another one is we have .m2 directory, right? So in this case, under root user, we have a .m2 directory. So under .m2 directory, here also we can create. By default, you cannot see the settings.xml file over here, but we can create it. But recommended way is better to create a settings.xml file under .m2 directory. So this is how you can define the settings.xml, and if you would like to change something apart from the default values, maybe you can update the settings.xml. So in our case, to test this one, what we are going to do is I'm going to use a Tomcat and we'll try to deploy a application from Maven to Tomcat. In that case, we are going to use the settings.xml. I will show you how we are going to do that one. That's all for this lecture. In next lecture, we are going to see how to deploy a application on Tomcat server. Thanks for watching. See you there.